Good morning, party people.
Welcome back to the breakdown with Nath and Johnny. What are we checking out today, Nath?
I thought you were going to make a joke about your birthday being yesterday.
Well,
It's Johnny's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Johnny.
thanks. At least I'm only one of these.
Yep. He's still
Simple.
young. Oh.
Okay, two. Yeah.
We're checking out AVRIL LAVIGNE featuring Simple Plan, Young and Dumb.
Hell yeah. Pretty cool little collab. Very interested to see what they do with this one. Simple Plan are out here at the moment. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Stupid business. Not going to go see him.
I know, right? It actually, like the Sydney show of The Offspring and Simple Plan fell last night today, which was
Mother's Day.
both my birthday and Mother's Day and a school night. So
All the things that Johnny can't party
Yeah.
on.
I had to go to school then.
The last time we checked out AVRIL LAVIGNE might have been a while back on the Mod Sun track. Is that the last time we would have checked her out?
Far out.
Which is ages ago.
I'm trying to think if there was maybe another collab that she was a part of
I mean, I'd use the
since then,
internet,
but
but
yeah. All right. Oh well. Who knows?
the girl doesn't age. That's what the real takeaway. I'm just gonna look now so I can
You
find
got to
out.
check it out.
Yeah.
All right. If you guys could like and subscribe, that would be great. Look, it takes literally less than a second to hit the like button, and it does help us out. It makes us feel good. We hope you've enjoyed all of the content that's
Oh
been
no, the
dropping.
last time we checked her out was I'm a Mess with Youngblood.
Oh, Youngblood. I knew it was another collab.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long ago was that, though? That was still a
2
while.
years ago, 3 years
Oh,
ago.
my goodness.
Hey, guess what?
They didn't guess.
They did. They're very quick. There's a big hoodie.
Cool. Look at that.
Skater boy outfit.
What? Throwback.
We love it.
I do love Aurora. We also love vampires.
2002 and I'm hanging on the tour bus, leaving my hometown Albany, rocking a necktie, black eyeliner, white tank top, and I'm chasing my dreams. Yeah, living like a rock star, trashing hotel rooms. Let's get stupid tattoos, cause we've got nothing to lose. I've been thinking
Oh, that's cool.
that summer when we had each other, back when we were young and dumb and we knew everything. We said this would last forever, can't get any better, like when we were young and dumb and we
Pierre in the second verse, you reckon?
I can't hear you. What?
Pierre in the second verse, you reckon?
Yeah, we did the whoa at the start. I am very surprised that you were not drumming along to that. It's
It was-
very drummable
It
chorus.
was very hooky, yeah. Yeah, it
That's
was.
such a Johnny move to do that.
Also, the music video reminds me of, what's the other punk song that was played in an empty...
Sum 41.
Yeah, Sum 41, yeah.
Eric's husband.
Yeah. Oh, that's... Oh!
Best life, living our best life, like when we were young and dumb and we knew everything.
We're back again, now it's 20 years later.
boys.
Somehow it feels like nothing's changed. I'm just a kid, still a pop punk skater. They told me get a job, but I said no way. Living like a rock star, trashing dressing rooms, smashing Fender guitars, 'cause we got nothing to lose.
I've been thinking about that summer when we had each other, back when we were young and dumb.
The harmonies there sound good together.
Yeah.
We said this would last forever, can't get any better, like when we were young and dumb and we had
Happy?
everything. These are the best nights, living our best life, like when we were young and dumb and we knew everything.
The catchiness of this chorus with the whoa and just the melody. This is going to be an instant
It's a hit.
classic.
It's a
for
hit.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a bona
Also,
fide
really
hit.
like that it's the full band. It's not just Pierre and her. It is full Simple Plan.
Yeah.
That's cool.
These are the best nights, living our best life. Like when we were young and dumb and we knew everything.
I've been thinking about that summer when we had each other. Back when we were young and dumb and we knew everything.
That's cool. That's fun. It's very, very simple, safe, catchy pop punk. And we love that about pop punk.
Do you know what annoys me? That I'm the only person in this entire thing that has actually aged in the past 20 years. You young face motherfuckers.
You haven't aged that
Yeah,
much.
no.
You have not aged
Hey
that
guys,
much.
look at this. That's me 20 years ago.
But no, the thing with you though is your style has changed dramatically.
Yes, that's true.
You have adopted a far more leaning into the fact that you are now a man and not a teenager.
Yeah.
So you're naturally gonna look older than a 20-year-old photo.
I'm more mean my face. I'm not talking about like my style or way I dress, because I think the image I'm going to put up there will just be my face around
okay.
high school time. Look, you know what? I looked fucking horrible then. So it's not a bad thing. But you guys, you and Avril and Pierre, all look the exact same as you did 20 years ago.
See, that's the thing, Nathan. If you would come to the dark side, this is not water. This is actually the blood of younger people.
Younger people sounds creepy as fuck.
I didn't say children. That would
Well,
be fucked up. Yeah, no, we vampires need to continue drinking the blood of young people so that we can keep our youthful look. That's what we've got to do.
I have always said that you suck.
That
It is-
didn't suck.
No, that was really fun. That's the perfect type of like collab.
Yeah.
Both got enough from them. You got like a verse, and then the choruses came in. Slight key change at the end. Film clip was fun and high energy. It's them acknowledging the fact that they've been doing it for so long, and it's
Yeah.
cool to be able to keep doing that, and they're still kind of the same sort of people, which is fun.
Yeah, like I said, it's very simple. It's very by the
Plain.
numbers.
Sorry.
But yeah, look, if you're a fan of either of these artists, you will not be disappointed with that, because
Yeah.
I think it gave, like, it was a showcase for both of them. She still sounds great. She still looks great in the sense that like she obviously hasn't aged badly at all. She's
She
aged
looks like
very,
she's in
very
her
well.
20s still.
100%. She sounds that way.
Yep.
But even I don't look at her and think, isn't she like 40 now or whatever? Because her whole attitude and the way that she presents herself is so believable and it's so true to her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there are artists where, you could see as they get older, it's like, this doesn't really suit, the image anymore.
Yeah.
But she 100% does. Same with Simple Plan. I
Yeah,
think that, like, they've progressively got a little bit more mature in their songwriting style and their sound, but it's all still held together by a very youthful sounding frontman.
Yep.
And the fact that they still,
It's a high energy music.
yeah,
as
they
well.
still perform as if they were only 20 years old, which I think is really, really cool.
What did you guys think of Young and Dumb? Is that something that you can get down with? I know there'll be people out there that are vibing with that. Also, that's it. No TikTok, no Insta, no Twitter, no Facebook. Best years of our lives.
Yeah.
That's a wild thing to think about for like this current generation. They just don't know what it's like before that stuff. Like,
Dude,
I remember Facebook becoming a thing.
Yeah.
I remember MySpace becoming a thing.
I remember Facebook becoming a thing because it was only just before I went on my first overseas trip by myself. I was like 22, 23, and me and mates did.
That had been way after that. When you were 22, 23, I got Facebook when I was 20.
It was.
I was a
Did
little
you
late
get
to
it
it.
brand new or
was
no?
a
See,
little
I got
late
it when
to
it
it.
was like relatively new,
Yeah, okay.
and iPhones were still relatively new, because my girlfriend at the time had bought me an iPhone because I was going overseas and told me get Facebook because I can keep in touch with
Yeah.
everyone, sort of thing.
I was thinking, it's like
So-
all my friends got Facebook for their European trip, and we were like 20 at that stage, and they all got it. Maybe they're 21.
Yeah, but it's crazy
Yeah,
though,
that's wild.
and like, you know, to sound like old people, that's like we're going through that right now with the kids, like trying to keep them off their phones and iPads so much
I saw a thing yesterday.
because
when
they
you
just
said
don't
about
know how to be bored anymore. They
Well,
don't know
yeah.
how to just go and entertain themselves anymore.
It was a video of this linguistics professor talking at, and I don't know what the school was, but he was like talking about how languages evolve. And he was like, and in doing my research, I've realized that the entire Gen Z, Gen Alpha that he was talking to, he's like, you guys have developed a language and you don't realize it. I'm going to adapt your language now. And I've written down and I've looked it up so I can make corresponding. I'll put subtitles on the screen. I could not understand him without subtitles. And he was like, no cap, like, on God. Just these terms that I was just like, I can understand what a few of them are. Like, no cap means no, like, the truth. No cap means the truth. And on God means, like, honestly.
Yeah.
But then he was
Yeah.
like
I swear to God, it's like us saying
skibbity?
swear to
What
God.
the fuck is skibbity?
Skibbity is some stupid thing off the internet. There's like
That's the point. It's not stupid things on the internet. That's the current generation making their new language. That's the way English is evolving. And he was like, if you came and spoke in the way that you and I would speak without that language to someone from the 1910s, they would struggle to keep up with so much of what we say.
yeah. 100%.
That's a crazy thing about this language that we're watching happen in front of us, the TikTok generation. That's actually probably the next stage of evolution in the English language.
God, I hope not, because some of those words are so stupid.
But that's the generation. They're using these like meme generated words that like
Crazy.
just become part of it. Yeah, it's a crazy thing to think about, and it makes me feel old as fuck.
I feel like a lot of the people who might be watching this might be kind of on board with this because both of these artists have been around for a while. If you're a younger fan of the channel,
I don't think
yeah.
there's that many. I would say our demographic would be 24 to 35 would be our main demographic. Because you're a 12-year-old, and so it would appeal to the
Mentally, yeah.
younger... Yeah. I know you're not 12, you're 56. Mentally, your sense of humour has a younger sense of humour. Mm-hmm. I think that would appeal to the 24 to 35. They're old enough to be like, haha, that's funny, and they're not young to be like, he's one of us. It's just like... I think that would be the...
He's an imposter.
Is that Gen Alpha? That's crazy.
Shut up, boomer. Hey,
Hey.
speaking of young and dumb, drop in the comments. Give us a little story on something that you did when you were young that was really dumb. Because I have a son who is 12 years old, almost 13.
I'm sorry. That sounds like the dumb thing you did.
I had a son. That was dumb. No, but I think back to when I was a teenager, not so much super young because you
That's
weren't
in the 1930s.
Yeah. But I think back to some of the things I did when I was young and dumb and was like, oh my God, if my parents knew I was out here putting myself in these situations, they would think, they would be more concerned.
100%.
So let us know in the comments what you thought about that and what have you done that was young and dumb that you either learnt from or regret or changed your life in some way or just a thing that sticks with you forever. Keep it respectful. Don't put anything too graphic in there either. You don't want to read your dirty little fucking
He does. He just doesn't want to do it in a public forum. See you guys next time.
Peace.